let them carry on. Then at the end, we'll go for a two-state solution when it's clear that that's not going to work because of what's been going on in Israel and Palestine for the last 75 years.
Every time you put the TV on, all you're seeing is just, children's limbs being, parents are pulling out their limbs and, pulling out the children without a head. And it's just so chilling.
If even in the future, the Palestinians are wiped off, the Israeli will not be able to live in peace.
Well, I just thought it was a shame that Rishi Sunak could not, on this Armistice Day, have asked for a ceasefire against the bombing of Gaza.
Half a million protesters gathered in central London on the 11th of November for the ceasefire demonstration on Gaza. The protests coincided with Armistice Day celebrations, with the British right wing more vocal about their rally being hijacked by the Palestinians. London was on edge. Central London has been taken over by pro-Palestine protesters. The London police is on the edge because this protest clashes with Armistice Day. There has been huge controversy leading up to this weekend because there's been suspicion that there might be some clashes between the two sides.
But we can clearly see that the agenda of Israel is to completely conquer the Palestinian land, to completely wipe them out of the face of the earth.
So do you think Israel is right now trying to wipe out Gaza?
It looks that way to me. It looks that way. And if you listen to the things that the politicians in Israel, that the state of Israel is saying, I would say that is what they're inferring through their use of language and propaganda and everything else.
Well, I just thought it was a shame that Rishi Sunak could not, on this Armistice Day, have asked for a ceasefire against the bombing of Gaza.
Do you think ceasefire will happen anytime soon?
I don't think so. I think that the Western governments are two hand in glove with the Zionist government of Israel.
As you can see behind me, the whole street has been taken over by anti-Israel protesters. The rally is moving towards the US embassy right now. But do you condemn what Hamas did initially?
Listen, you're trying to catch me out on this, okay? I think they're wrong.
Of course, I condemn any act of Hamas that kills babies and children and the people that are non-combatant. Otherwise, if it's proven otherwise, then there's no reason to condemn him because he's a freedom fighter. He wants to free his country.
The actions that Hamas took were not okay, and that is not acceptable behaviour. But you also, context defines meaning as well, and you have to understand that if you just as what's going on at the moment in Israel is not making anybody safer in Israel, Jewish people or Muslims or Arabs, what's gone on over the last 75 years has not made anybody safer either. And when you treat a people like that, then that is the thing that you push people to. It's not all right, that behaviour, but that is a consequence of the situation.
Children! Stop getting children! Stop getting children!
I can condemn the bombing of women and children, the killing of the innocent women and children, but more so I condemn Israel for their overreaction, and I can fully understand the feelings of the Palestinians and Hamas.
What they did was insane. I don't know how it was conducted. I don't know how much of it was true, but this is insane.
There are reports coming out that a lot of it was fake news.
The wrong way to go. This is not what this war is about. And people forget it's not just about Palestine. This is about humanity. And it's going back 75 years. It has to stop. The game changes now.
While on the other side of central London, scuffles were breaking out amongst the right-wing demonstrators against the pro-Palestine protests taking over. there was always a chance of clashes between the anti-Israel protesters and people celebrating Armistice Day. And it already happened. There have been reports over here where clashes took place and police have detained some people already.
It is obviously apartheid. What is happening is completely sad on both sides, the Israeli side and the Palestinian side.
We're protesting against the massacre that's happening and genocide happening in Palestine. So we're voicing, opinion that we need immediate ceasefire. The protest that's happened today was so good, so peaceful. Everyone come together regardless of the background, different religion, different faith group. And it doesn't have to be religion. Every culture has come together because we're human.
At the moment, I think it's unlikely, given the situation in Israel at the moment and in Palestine and Gaza, and also the position that the politicians in both this country and in America and in Europe have taken. I think it makes it very difficult for that to happen.
Every time you put the TV on, all you're seeing is just, children's limbs being, parents are pulling out their limbs and, pulling out the children without a head, and it's just so chilling.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Do you think there will be ceasefire?
I mean, we have gathered here many times for years. So I am not sure there will be ceasefire. I think more than a protest is needed for them to actually take action on having a ceasefire.
Palestine will be free!
Arguments around a two-state solution are flawed, and they're a good way to say, let them carry on. Then at the end, we'll go for a two-state solution when it's clear that that's not going to work because of what's been going on in Israel and Palestine for the last 75 years with the settlements in the West Bank and the apartheid in Gaza.
5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We've come to this phase because of America, what America allowed to happen, the green light that they gave to Israel to create this massacre. We could have saved those over 4,000 children if America didn't give this sanction or give the green light to start the war.
And do you think Israel is trying to wipe Gaza off?
I think so. Yes, it seems to be a genocide. Yeah.
What is the future of Israel according to you and Palestine?
According to me, I feel there's a lot of Muslims, and they will never ever allow Jerusalem, Al-Aqsa especially, to be under the hands of the Israelis. So I feel in that sense, if even in the future the Palestinians are wiped off, the Israeli will not be able to live in peace.
Okay. Cheers, man. Thank you so much. Take care.